With us today on Live It Up is Wendy Lepkoff, and Wendy owns Wendy Interiors, a wonderful design firm. She does both commercial work and residential work. She's very styling herself. Please, without further ado, it's Wendy Lepkoff. Yay!
Thank you, Donna. Thank you so much for having me. This is a very exciting year for me. As you know, I started out in retail and was in retail for 15 years or so, and went into business for myself, and now I can shine. Now I can just do my own thing, and I'm very passionate about what I do. I try to be unique with every client because everybody has their own taste, and it is very important to me not to be a cookie cutter designer.
And that you're not. You never really, like I said, you don't repeat things twice. So you take your skill and bring someone else's vision along with your own to life. Is that a good description of what you do?
That's very well put. My clients become a team member, and we partner together. And anything they don't want to do, obviously, they don't do. I'm very good at going to the showrooms, getting all the samples that I think befits their personality and taste, and bringing it back to them. And then they go, "Ugh, yes, maybe. Ugh, yes, maybe." And that gives me a really good feel for who they are and what they like.
There you go. Less on the ooks and more on the yes, right?
Yeah.
Now, you brought some show and tell, which I love show and tell. Part of Live It Up for me is to be able to feature you, to highlight you, to celebrate your artistic style. So you brought some great show and tell with us. And the first thing we're going to be looking at, I believe, is a kitchen, a before shot, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what do we have here? Let's take a look.
So this is a person on the South Shore that they have a 3-story townhouse. I did the entire townhouse. And then the superstorm Sandy came and took their first floor away. The greatest compliment that I've ever been given. You know, after a designer leaves, sometimes people say, you know, maybe I would have done this differently or that differently. This couple said, I want everything exactly the same.
So that's the before shot of their kitchen.
And then this is the after.
Ooh la la.
And
oh, I like that. I can tell by your finishes too that you work with quality materials.
Yeah, quality materials. Yet this is not a brand spanking new kitchen. This is a refaced kitchen.
Really?
And you would never guess it in a million years. I mean, you get new drawers and new doors, but and then we did new granite and a beautiful backsplash and lighting and whatnot. But there are all ways of doing high-end design, budget design. No job is too small for Wendy Interiors.
Excellent.
And I work within any price range.
Fantastic. Nice work. What else do you have
Now
for us today?
that floor plan leads into, this is the before of her living room,
Okay.
a portion of her living room, and this is the after picture, which is the living room just became a conversational area. That's what they wanted. They did not want to have a dining room. They're an older couple. They didn't want a dining room and a living room. They wanted a big, great room area with all this conversational space.
So now when I look at this picture, I see maybe a family that's just got like a lot of zestiness to them.
You know
right?
what? They had gray, beige, and white in their home and ceramic tile. And when they hired me, they said, we want color. We want warmth. And that's what I gave them.
Fantastic.
I gave them color and warmth, and they said they wanted to feel like it's done, but not stuffy.
Okay.
So,
excellent. You did a really good job.
thank you.
How fantastic. So that was the same home.
Yes, that was
Yeah.
the same home,
Okay.
and we did this floor twice.
Okay.
And then House Magazine got a hold of the story, and they wrote it up, which was an awesome, awesome thing. So happy camper designer, happy camper client.
So after they decided that they had Hurricane Sandy ruined everything, you went back in and you didn't charge them a design fee.
I didn't charge them a design fee.
And then you worked with all of your vendors to also help them, to help that family.
The only way they were going to get everything that they wanted, because there was very little insurance involved, is if everybody pitched in and really lowered everything, and everybody did. It was a real coming together time for New York. It really was.
And so House Magazine heard the story, they recognized you, and you've won a lot of awards over the years, right?
After that, in January, I won a National Designer of the Year award from my peers from the Interior Design Society. And this is also a South Shore client.
Okay, let's take a look at that. You brought some more show and tell.
Yes,
I
yes.
do love show and tell. Okay, so what's up next,
This
Wendy?
is the before kitchen.
Okay.
And there's actually a couple of pieces to it. The before had walls, and this was a house that was done nicely back in its time in the 80s, and it was all white and beige and Formica. And
I was going to ask you if that's Formica, right?
yeah,
Okay.
and walls up all over the place, and even almost like a diner nook. And we took the walls down and took that nook away and made an island. And they didn't want to get rid of their cabinetry. It started as a budget job. It ended up being one of the most expensive jobs I've done because they got so excited. They had the money and they got so excited about what we were doing. They just kept on increasing what we were doing as we went along. But the big reason why I won this award was when we took those walls down, there were holes in the tile. And we said to the client, we must have your extra tile to fill in those gaps. And she said, no problem. We said, could you pull it out? She said, it's in the bottom of my shed in the back, a ton of stuff on it. I'll pull it out when I can. I said, you're sure you have a lot of tile? Yes, absolutely. Well, it was time to do it. We gave them the weekend to pull out the tile. We pull out the tile, and what was in those boxes, plenty of tile, was a different dye lot. So whoever did it.
Oh my goodness.
Gave them a different dye lot, and you couldn't patch it. It was right in the middle of their floor plan. So we're all standing there, and they all look at me, and they go, Wendy, what do we do? And I brainstorm in my head.
Let's see some final results on
and
what
you
you
really,
ended up doing.
It's amazing. You really amaze yourself. I came up with an idea. I go to Aruba every summer, and I saw something like this that inspired me. Mosaic tile to
I
break
love that.
all the tiles that we could in the colors that were in the floor plan, and then I wanted to make it like a free-form shape so that it wouldn't be like an 8x10 done in tile, looking like a rug, just flowing with the floor plan.
It almost looks liquid, like a river.
Thank you.
It's very tranquil. I really like it.
That's what we were trying to achieve, and literally I sat on the floor with the contractor, breaking tiles and making like a puzzle until we can get the small pieces where we wanted the small
recognition
pieces.
for that. Excellent, excellent
Thank you.
job.
Now this kitchen, part of the challenge also was going into, this is the before picture of their den.
Okay.
It led right into their den. So the colors had to work. This is that island.
Yes.
The
when
colors
you have that
had to
open
work.
floor plan, you do need to kind of coordinate it, right?
You sit at that island and you could watch the TV in the den. So they
That
relate
looks-
to each other.
What we're looking at now looks really kind of almost dismal,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah,
So you
and-
went from dismal to what?
to very
fabulous?
sleek and sexy.
Ooh.
I mean, so much so. This is a couple that's in their 70s. They always watch TV in their bedroom. They now watch TV downstairs. There's a whole sound system downstairs. They crank up the music. At 3 o'clock in the afternoon, they have drinks and dance.
So you brought the romance back into this marriage.
That is such a reward, truly.
Matchmaking through interior design by Wendy Lepkoff. Oh, how sweet. What a sweet story that is. Well, congratulations on all that
Thank
wonderful
you.
design work. And I know that you've been featured in House Magazine. Let's
Yes.
touch upon that really quickly. And
House Magazine had
yes.
written that up,
All right.
and Newsday had also.
Okay, fantastic.
And
Great.
And then really, right now, the
Right.
September-October issue of House Magazine, they did a question and answer interview of a designer. And that designer, they chose me. This is their interior design issue. And they wanted to relate fashion and design. And for me, I do relate fashion and design. It's not a coincidence that many times I will show up at someone's home in their color scheme on me. So that they can feel
Right.
what
And get
those
that energy going
colors,
together.
yeah,
But
feel
Wendy,
like.
you're so fantastic. You're such a great designer. And what is your website? How can people find out more about you?
It's wendyinteriors.com.
Excellent.
And I have a new brochure. And in the brochure are these pictures and the house magazines, and it has the different things. House.com gave me a badge this year, and Hunter Douglas gave me a certificate of excellence this year. It's been a great year.
And you will continue to have a stellar career because you treat your clients so beautifully and you do so many great things in the community. And Wendy, it's just been a pleasure to have you here on set with us.
Thank you
and
so
come
much,
back.
Donna.
I could always use some design tips myself.
Well,
I
take
love,
this.
I love my home and I always like to entertain. So
I'm giving you a gift certificate, Donna.
Wendy,
And-
thank you.
And here's a magnet. I'm very about my
bling.
branding.
Bling for my fridge.
Right?
Cute.
And
Thank you,
And my
Wendy.
card. And I would show up with a bag like this that says Donna on the outside, and we begin putting our swatches in the bag.
I am calling you. I'm going to call you right after the holidays. We'll get through the
Okay.
holidays and in the new year. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
What a classy, classy lady Wendy Lepkoff is. So if you would like just a little style design advice or a lot of style design advice, talk to Wendy, Wendy Interiors. Stay tuned for more on Live It Up.